Hey everyone, this is Jess Muddy for Right at Home Scrapbooking, and today I am going to be creating a pocket out of Tim Holtz Grunge Paper. So that's what I have right here, and it is 3 inches by 6.5 inches. And the first thing I'm going to do is take this little template that I just made out of a piece of paper. I folded it in half and drew a line and just cut it out so that I have a decorative edge for the flap of this pocket. So I'm just going to trace that on there. And cut it out. Okay, so now I've erased the line and you can see that we have the decorative edge, and it's just going to fold together like that. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take this Tim Holtz Distress Stain in Broken China, and I'm going to color one side of this. Now I'm going to have to let that dry for a little while. And it doesn't need to look perfect. I like sort of a, distressed look to it. But you can add a second coat if you wanted it to be darker. I'm going to leave the other side blank just because I happen to like the natural look of it, but you could always do the other side as well. So I'm going to set that aside and let it dry, and then we'll get to the next step. Okay, so here we are. It's all dry, and I will confess that I used my heat gun to move it along because I'm impatient like that. And the next thing we're going to do is fold it up. And I didn't really measure, I'm just sort of going for it. And I'm using my bone folder to crease it and fold the flap over. Crease that. And what we want to do is we're going to add brads to the flap and below it so that we can make a little tie closure. So you're going to want to mark a little hole, and for this one I can use my crocodile. But for the one down here I don't think it'll reach, so I'm just going to use a paper piercer, and it goes through pretty easily. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use these brads here. And I'm going to keep going with the blue theme to match my page. And I think I'll do non-matching. And we're going to stick the brads in. All right. Now that looks like that. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on over to my sewing machine, and I am going to just sew up these two edges. Now if you don't want to use your sewing machine, you could hand stitch it, although I think that would probably hurt your hand after a while. But you could probably also just use a really strong glue like Zip Dry to get it to hold. But I would, if you're going to use glue, I would hold it with your hands for quite a while until you're sure that it's set. So I'll be back with the sides sewn. Okay, so now you can see my sides are sewn, and we have this cute little pocket that we can put a journaling tag in, which is what I'm going to do, or you could also put in little trinkets or such that aren't too bulky that you can just add to your page and have a little keepsake pocket. So the one of the last things that I want to do is I want to add this decorative strip to the top, so that this is going to end up just tying in with my page a little bit more. So here I am going to use the zip dry because it has such a strong hold. To work quickly. I'm just going to hold it until it's really on there. All right. So that's on there. And the only thing that we have left is to create the little tie. So I'm just using this really thin twine, and I'm gonna wrap it around the lower brad, and then it's just gonna be a figure 8 tie a couple times, and that keeps it tight. And I can just trim it there. And there you go. You will see how I use this on my page after we're done. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing how we use grunge paper to create an embellishment pocket for our page.